Hello parents and guardians, welcome. My name is Jana Kostler. I am the Pre-AVID teacher here at Northview Middle School. And since we have just a short time together, I'm going to briefly introduce you to myself, talk to you just a little bit about the course, and then I'm going to give you a tour of my Canvas page so that you know how to access all of our resources and assignments and anything your student might need. So I began my teaching career in Carmel Clay Schools teaching high school. I taught high school English for 6 years prior to coming to Northview. This is my 5th year teaching at Northview Middle School. My first 2 years I taught language and literature. My second 2 years I taught reading. And then when they restructured language and literature at the 6th grade level, I took that opportunity to reach out to get involved in AVID, which has been a passion of mine throughout the entirety of my career. If you'd like to know a little bit more about me, you can check out the Who is Miss Kostler video link below. It's a lighthearted video I made to introduce myself to students at the beginning of the year. Now, this class is called Pre-AVID, so you might be asking, what is AVID? AVID is a national and even international program that is designed to set students up for success in school and give them the skills they need to go on to a 4-year university. According to their mission statement, AVID's mission is to close the achievement gap by preparing all students for college readiness and success in a global society. The core focus of AVID is WICR: writing, inquiry, collaboration, organization, and reading. We're going to spend the semester building skills in these areas to help your students be stronger in all of their content courses. Right now, we've been really focusing on organization because the transition from elementary school to middle school is really tough for most students. We're trying to set a good foundation in place to make them successful not only in my class, but in all of their classes, and not only for this semester, but the entire year and throughout the rest of middle school. In Washington Township, the AVID program officially begins in 7th grade. Students apply, and if accepted, they continue on through the program as long as they'd like up through their senior year of high school. Why did Washington Township decide that all 6th graders should take Pre-AVID? We feel that the skills, strategies, and standards taught in AVID are beneficial to all secondary students, not just those planning to continue with the program. If you'd like to learn more about AVID, check out the What is AVID 2020 video link included below. It's a video I created in the spring when we began AVID recruitment for this year. A couple quick things about the class. Number one, this is the first time Pre-AVID has ever been offered at Northview Middle School. So, your students are helping me blaze a trail and set precedents. Number two, we are currently using a total points system. Although every other course has weighted categories with summative and formative assessments, almost the entirety of Pre-AVID lives in the formative assessment range. We don't have tests and quizzes. We focus a lot more on the process than the product. How do we get there rather than where did we arrive? So we are all in unprecedented territory with virtual learning, and it's complicated for everyone. But right now I'm keeping a very generous late work policy. As long as a student has turned in an assignment within 2 weeks of the due date, I'm not taking any late penalty deduction. However, if an assignment is more than 2 weeks past due, I will enter a 0 NHI in the gradebook until I receive the assignment, and the assignment will incur a small late penalty. If you're at home while your student is doing virtual learning, you might have heard us doing activities that sound a lot more like games than classwork. One of the things I love most about AVID is that it feels like a small, close-knit community within the larger structure of the school. And building community through these sometimes silly activities is how we build what AVID refers to as relational capacity. It allows students to build the trust in each other, to be willing to take risks and explore new territory, to push themselves outside their comfort zone, and it also allows for those tough love moments that sometimes occur as part of trying to push a student to be his or her best self. Next, I'm going to take you on a little tour of our Canvas page, which is essential right now in this time of virtual learning.
This is my Canvas homepage. It may look a little busy, but I tried to set it up with as many useful features as I could to help students navigate the course content as quickly and easily as possible. Each week, I create a learning page that has all of my lesson plans, links to resources and assignments, class recordings, homework, and enrichment when applicable. You can find the learning page by clicking the link that is highlighted in pale yellow with the arrows above it, or by clicking the button to the left. If your student is ever lost or has missed class, this is where you will want to start. This information can be found in other places on the Canvas page, but these weekly pages house all needed information and resources for the entire week. It's one-stop shopping. I have one Zoom link for students to join class. Students can click the Zoom button or use the link under the Important Info heading. I also have a page that just lists the assignments for the week, separate from the learning page. I know that the learning page can be overwhelming if a student is trying to get caught up or just needs to locate maybe one assignment. That can be found by using this button or the link under Important Info. In this column under Important Info is also where you can find last week's assignments if your student has gotten behind, the weekly schedule, Zoom expectations, and our Pre-AVID course standards. Some other buttons I have for students are as follows: Skyward for grade checks, Homework Hotline to make sure our planners are up to date, a link to my MSDWT YouTube channel, and a link to the NV Student News show each week. To make sure you are not missing out on any communication, make sure your students check their inboxes daily, look for announcements, utilize the Canvas to-do list, and check assignment submissions for teacher comments.
Remember, if you ever have questions, do not hesitate to reach out. I'm always available. Here's my contact info. Again, feel free to hop over on the Zoom link and say hello in person or ask any questions you may have. And I hope I get to see you in person sometime soon. Thanks for stopping by.